In 2021, I was diagnosed with hernia and I was scheduled for an operation August 10, 2021, which I went for.
When we took him to the hospital, he was willing to the theater. Few minutes after, the doctor called me in and told me that he thought the surgery will only last about 20 to 30 minutes. But on opening him up, he said part of the intestine is dead and he had appendix too. So it will take them about 3 hours plus. That was what he told me. But at the end of the whole thing, the surgery lasted for about 6 hours before they were done that day. And we were discharged after about 2 weeks.
3 weeks later, the site of where I was operated on my intestine opened and I was rushed back to the hospital. So they were giving me treatment in the hospital for like 2 weeks. When they discovered that the site has almost closed up, I was discharged. On getting home, the site opened again. And this continued 3 times, going back and forth.
At some point in time, myself and my sister-in-law brought him to the youth chapel to be prayed for. And at the 3rd time the opening happened again, I started reading Mama's book, Rescue from Destruction, to him. So the mysteries that were written inside the book, we started administering to him. The anointing oil, the mantle, the communion, the feet washing. The feet washing aspect was done by my sister-in-law's husband, who is also a pastor here. Then in that book too, Mama talk about sacrificial giving. We did that too.
The last time I was rushed to the hospital, they administered all the medication they had to administer. But then I was referred to Adeleke for further examination. When we got there, the doctor over there read through the letter of referral, and what they said was that the doctor have actually done what they're supposed to do. So they said they will be observing me if there is any improvement, because it's not advisable that they should open me up again. But as I then, my weight has dropped to 45 kg and they don't want to take any risk that they will only be observing me. But I was not given any drug, only observation. But along the line, the site closed up and I was discharged. 3 days later, it opened up again. But this time around, myself and my family, we've concluded that since we've discovered that this is no longer ordinary, we should keep on administering all the kingdom mystery that we come across in Mama's book, Rescue from Destruction. So 2 weeks precisely, the site sealed up and it has never reopened again. In 2023, I was attacked again. So I was having stomach cramping, and along the line, it got to a stage whereby I couldn't organize myself again. So I was rushed back to the hospital, and on getting there, they said my blood pressure PCV has dropped to 16%. The first thing is that they are going to do blood transfusion for me, which they did. And after the blood transfusion, they said I still need to go for other medical tests for further examination, and I was referred to one of the diagnostic centers in Lagos. So from there, the results showed that I was having stomach obstruction, but when they tried to go through it, they said they can't still really pinpoint what was wrong. But they said I need to go for another operation. But before going for that operation, we were engaging all the mystery. At the same time, even though I couldn't, it has become difficult for me to work, but I will make sure I go out to share flyers. And the day they gave me coincided with the first operation. But I was encouraged to go for it, that God actually wants to perfect whatever that might be wrong. And the operation was successful. Now I'm healed and healthy. I want to return all the glory back to God and to the God of this commission, who delivered me from destruction. To him alone be all the glory.